What's up guys, it's Will here, back again, and today I'm here to excitedly review the Hot Toys, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier Captain America 1/6 scale figure. Sam Wilson, Captain America, guys, very excited. I picked up my figure from Comic Concepts. As of me recording this video, this figure is still in stock. Check it out, link in the description below. That said, let's get into it. All right, guys, per usual, let's start with the unbox and chill segment of the review. You can see the art box here, the Hot Toys, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Captain America Sam Wilson figure. Got a picture of Sam Wilson, a nice portrait there with some really cool art design on the front. You can see the shield kind of mixed in, very artistic-like. Love it. You can see Captain America and the Winter Soldier, Falcon and the Winter Soldier on the back there. And of course, the normal Hot Toys stuff that you normally see on the back. A lot of warnings, descriptions, thank yous, acknowledgements, things along those lines. Stuff that you see typically in, say, a movie, for example. It doesn't that work any different with business, so to speak. But yeah, guys, I've been excited about this figure. I had it on PO at one point, ended up canceling it due to space and budgetary concerns. But you know what? I was like, let's pick this boy up, at least to review, see what it's looking like. And yeah, I'm really excited to unbox this one. You can see the inner packaging there, everything packaged nice and safely and securely. You can see some hands there. I see those wings hiding underneath. But guys, first impressions of Sam Wilson Captain America, I really like this head sculpt. I think this head sculpt is very strong. Definitely one of the best that Hot Toys have put out this year for sure, or in the last year and a half, honestly. I don't even remember when this figure released. I'm a little bit late to the party on this one. I do think it was this year though, but nonetheless, this is a really good start to the unboxing because I'm feeling really good about this. This back, you can see there, it has sort of where his wings would normally come out within the show. You can see it'll pop out, and I'll show you a little bit more a little bit later once we unbox everything. There's Red Wing. Red Wing, actually, you can attach to a separate base. You attach it to the, there's a pole that you actually plug in and you attach Red Wing to it. Pretty cool. Red Wing, go ahead, pet him, right? That's from the show, or not from the show, but Civil War. You get the same idea. And nonetheless, this is a Civil War like shield. It has similar, I feel like, paint apps to that one. That one maybe is a little bit shinier. This is the Captain America shield that I think it comes with a lot of different figures, although there are some slight differences, notably the actual divots there, as you can see on each of the corners. That is a little bit different than other iterations of the shield. I have the Endgame Captain America, and I can tell you it looks a little bit different from my recollection. Maybe I'm wrong. This is an unpainted sort of gray piece here that helps you actually plug in the wings. You plug this into the back of the figure and you can attach the wings. The wings are actually on ball joints and you can make everything connect nice and safely and securely. That said, here are the hands. The hands, pretty normal. I mean, there's some nice paint apps and texture and detail in those hands. They look great. They work as normal hands would, a sort of a simple ball peg, joint, wrists, all that good stuff. Nothing that Hot Toys collectors probably haven't seen before, but you do have some swappable hands. You do have a little transparent thing to attach the shield to Sam Wilson's back, Captain America's back. You can do that. Here are the showstoppers though. The wings. The wings are massive, boys. This thing is incredible. It articulates actually at two different points, and it comes actually wrapped pretty extensively. They have wraps on several different portions of the wings, so you got to sort of take the tissue, wrapper, paper, whatever off of it, and just make sure everything's nice and safe and sound once you unbox it. But a lot of great paint apps on these wings. They have a ton of detail into them, and yeah, like I mentioned, you can articulate them at multiple points, and it allows for some really good posing and articulation, which we will touch on later. But yeah, this wing is absolutely awesome. Straight out of the box, this thing is impressive. It is massive, and I can't imagine what it's going to look like once you spread out those wings and fly, because this boy is pretty big and it's a normal sort of folded down mode. And then when you go ahead and fold them out, yeah, it's gonna take up a lot more space. Guys, I am really excited to see what this looks like on Sam Wilson Cap. But this looks pretty dope to start. Love the paint apps, love the color schemes. I think this is one of the best costumes Marvel has done in a while. Honestly, this Sam Wilson cap is just, honestly, the costume is just freaking awesome. This is a really, really cool costume. And the costume design, got to give him credit for that one. So normal flight stand that you get with pretty much most Hot Toys figures plugs into the base. This figure you don't have to worry about destroying the fabric because it's not sort of like a skin tight suit like Spider-Man or Black Panther or anything like that. It's just a normal sort of Captain America fabric suit, so nothing crazy there. So as we dig a little bit deeper into the box, you can see the base. I really like this, the normal hexagonal type base, Falcon and the Winter Soldier with the Captain America nameplate on the front. I like this. This is good. Satisfactory. I like it. Simple. That's all I need. I'm a base guy, as I always say. I think bases are safer, and it's important. So yeah, guys, thank you for joining me through the unboxing. Let's talk about the accessories. There are a decent amount to talk about here. So you can see the wings, we got the little back piece, we got the hands, we got Red Wing. Like I mentioned, Red Wing you can plug onto the base. It comes with a separate pole that you plug into the normal base, and then you go. You got everything sort of plugged in, and Red Wing's hanging out and chilling. So you got the hands, the shield, the two wings. I think there's a lot here to work with. There's a lot to do and a lot to pose this guy with, so you can do quite a bit. I'm gonna give the accessories 4 out of 5 stars. There is quite a bit to play around with here. Articulation. Guys, articulation, this boy doesn't really articulate all that well. You can see his arms only go up maybe not that much. They really don't go up the full way like most figures tend to do. I don't know about a degree number, but you can get a decent amount of articulation in the elbows too, but nothing crazy. The suit is pretty tight. I'm not gonna lie. It's not quite first order Stormtrooper tight, but it is pretty tight and doesn't allow for a ton of range of motion. But I'd say overall the legs work pretty well. You can bend the knees and bend the legs to pretty much do whatever you would want. I'm not sure how much you would actually need to. As you can see here, I'm pushing them to pretty much a limit that you're probably not ever going to need to go. You're not really going to get Sam Wilson Cap really like on his 2 knees like that. So nothing crazy. You can get him in sort of a ground pound pose if you wanted to, but to me, more often than not, you're gonna have him standing there with his wings out, or you're gonna have him flying with his wings out, and you're gonna have enough articulation to do what you want to do with that. But I wouldn't say this is one of the best articulated figures I've seen in some time or anything. One thing that I think is really important though, the wings. Like I mentioned, the wings are articulated. They articulate in 2 different spots, and they move pretty well. You can move them sort of up and down. I'm gonna give articulation a 4 out of 5 just for this, because you can articulate the wings, and overall you can articulate him fairly decently. Character. Guys, Sam Wilson is a really cool character. I really liked him overall. I wasn't sure that he would be Captain America. A lot of people seemed a lot more convinced. I thought Bucky would be the natural choice just because he has the super soldier serum, and I thought he has enough baggage to make him pretty interesting. Although Sam has definitely earned the part. He's been with Cap. He's been really his wingman, so to speak, his sidekick, so to speak. And now it's time that he's earned sort of the leading role. He has been awesome. Anthony Mackie is killed in this role, and I think Sam Wilson's been he has a lot of Cap-like traits. He's very loyal, he's very honorable, he's noble, he's truthful, he's all about justice. And I think that honestly fits Captain America probably better than Bucky does. So I really like this character. I think overall, he's not my favorite character in the MCU, but I like his arc and I'm interested to see more. I'm gonna give him 4 out of 5 stars for character, because I think this is an important character moving forward, and it's his iconic look for the new Captain America. Let's talk about presents. So this goes without saying, guys, because you can look at the screen here. This guy has an amazing amount of presents on the shelf. I honestly think this is one of the best figures Hot Toys has released in a while because of the amount of presents that it has on a shelf. Sure, there are some limits to articulation, but at the end of the day, like I said, what are you really going to do with him? Put him in maybe a cool fighting pose or a flying pose similar to this one, or just have him standing there with the wings out and he looks really fucking cool. So I just think those wings add a ton of presence. The shield is great. You can place that on his back if you want. You can hang it on his back while he's flying. You can put it in his arm, have him throwing it if you want while he's flying. The wings are just an amazing accessory that adds so much presence to this figure. This thing is going to take up a ton of space in your display. However, if you love this character and you love the presence that it offers, I do believe it's worth it. For me, I don't think it's going to be one that I'm going to hold on to just for space reasons, but I'm still going to give this guy a 5 out of 5 for presence. The presence is simply outstanding. It truly is. So guys, let's talk about price here. This guy retailed in the States for $375. $375 is a lot. nowadays for figures, when you're seeing in art going for 400 to 500 or more, and you're seeing artists in Anakin and Joker and stuff 400 to 500, so forth, this guy with all the wings and accessories and stuff that he comes with, I think that overall it's still a pretty good value. The wings are massive, albeit plastic, but still massive, and they articulate. There's a lot that goes into the engineering and the whole process, the design process in general. I think that overall this guy is just a really, really nice figure, and I do think the value is there for $375 just based on the presence you're getting. So for me, 4 stars out of 5 for price. So if we're recapping the scoring here, accessories, like I mentioned, it comes with a decent amount, nothing too crazy, but I think those wings are a complete showstopper. They are worth the price of admission. We're gonna give 4 stars there. Articulation, he moves pretty well, nothing terrible, nothing crazy. You can't get a ton of movement, but the wings articulate, I love that. The character of Sam Wilson, I really like him. I think he's great. I'm excited to see more. 4 stars there. Presence, this guy is amazing on the shelf. Price $375, I think it's reasonable. And final score, 4.25 stars out of 5. I think this is a really strong figure, guys. I think it has a lot to offer. I think it has an amazing presence. It's a great character. There are some pretty good accessories. Just be careful putting him together because goddamn, it's like the 7th circle of hell, bro, trying to get this shield with the straps on the arm and trying to get the shield to hang on the back with the little transparent peg thing. It is not fun. I don't like that process. This is not easy, and I don't like when it's not easy when it comes to figures and assembly. I really think Hot Toys needs to find a way to make things a little bit simpler, maybe dumb it down for collectors like myself who aren't quite as handy. This guy has a ton of presence. I just put the wings straight up here, as you can see, just to see what it would look like. But yeah, I think this guy is a really, really good figure, albeit with some few minor annoyances that I think you're gonna need to think about before you actually go and buy it. And you gotta think about the space and the money as well. But I'm really happy with this figure. Like I said, not gonna be one that's gonna end up staying in my collection just because of the space involved. But I do think if you're a Captain America fan, especially Sam Wilson, this figure is a win. It's phenomenal. So guys, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, let me know what you think about this figure in the comments below. Thanks so much. See you later. Bye.